Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Rule the Tape Film crew, let's get right into it. Y'all know why we here, right? Don't y'all know why we here? Y'all know why we here? Moves out the way. I know why we here, man. Fight coming up tomorrow night, right? We got to talk about it right now. Yep, we here. Yes, we're here. Live and living color on another episode of Roll the Tape Podcast with manager Marty. I'm so glad that we're going to finally get to talk about it. You know, the other day I was trying to talk about this, and then somebody jumped on a live panel. They started bringing up the SNAC program and start bringing up all this stuff when we were supposed to talk about the preview of this fight between Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. And now we're going to have to talk about it because both of these world champions are going to compete tomorrow night live on pay-per-view on Showtime. We got to talk about it. Why not talk about it now? Why not talk about it now? Let me pull this up real quick. No, there we go. Much better. Now, listen, right? Let me see something real quick. Make sure the chat working. We got to make sure the chat is working. Listen, right? Before we talk about Canelo and Charlo, right? We got to talk about what we're hearing about Tyson Fury unifying the titles with Usyk. This is what we're hearing. We're hearing that Usyk and Tyson Fury is supposed to fight a few days before Christmas this December of 2023. That's what we're hearing. We don't know if that's true or not, but we have to see. Okay, we have to see because we know that Tyson Fury, he said he's not really interested anymore with becoming undisputed. He's not interested. He has bigger and better plans in the heavyweight division, even competing against UFC fighters. So when it becomes official, then I'll say it's really happening. Until then, I don't know if it's happening or not between Usyk and Tyson Fury. I don't know. This is what word on the street is. Salute to everybody in the chat. I want to welcome all of my viewers live and living color. If you're viewing us for the first time, I welcome you. We're going to enhance the audio and visual quality of the podcast. So I appreciate all of the financial contributions that you all have made in the past and those of you that are going to make them today to support this platform, support this podcast, support this channel. Much love and respect to you all. If you are a part of the Roll the Tape Film crew, and I'm referring to members that are of this channel, I welcome and salute you, and subscribers of this channel, I also welcome and salute you as well. So I don't know if it's true between Usyk and Fury fighting. I don't know. I heard they're supposed to be fighting in Saudi Arabia, and we don't know. All we do know is that the heavyweight division needs to be back on the map like back in the old days. I mean, Big Bang Zane coming through. Y'all see how Big Bang Zane play? He ain't playing with nobody. Big Bang Zane is not playing no games. Big Bang Zane ain't playing no games. Isn't that something? But we don't know if he's ready for Tyson Fury. We don't know if he's ready for Usyk. We don't know if he's ready for an Anthony Joshua. We definitely don't know if he's ready for Deontay Wilder. Because y'all know Deontay Wilder, he got that NyQuil in his right hand. He'll knock anybody out. Anybody in the welterweight division. Welterweight. Lord have mercy. I'm thinking about Crawford in the SNAC program. Excuse me. Anybody in the heavyweight division. Yeah, I said the SNAC program. So what? Don't make me go get my shirt. Don't make me put my shirt on. Don't make me order the hat. Because I was about to order the hat the first time. Okay? Now, we don't know if it's official or not. We're not sure. We're going to talk some boxing today. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about talking about boxing. I'm excited, about being here today. I wasn't going to do well, let me back up. I was going to do a live a little earlier today, but because my schedule has been backed up all day today, I'm still behind schedule. Okay, but I wanted to make sure that I give you all some human interaction. I miss you all. Okay, I was supposed to do it live the other day, and I had to take care of something that required my urgent attention. And so I could not dedicate my time to the live stream. So I want to publicly apologize. I've already scheduled it, and then I had to, reschedule it. But we're here now. We are here. I had a question for y'all because I see a couple of you are watching. Did y'all see the video that I posted today? It's 2 videos I posted today. Did y'all see that? One of them had Terrence Crawford's friend, my guy, LC. He was here. Did y'all see that? And the other one had my man Dean from Philly. Did y'all see that? Yeah, we're going to talk about boxing as far as Charlo and Canelo, but I just wanted to feel the energy of you all, because we're not doing our town watch check-in today. We're going right in. But I want to know something. Did y'all see the video? I just published it a couple of hours ago. It's basically a small excerpt of the live that I did the other day with LC, the friend of Terrence Crawford. He came on a panel. This was his second time here. And I thought it was a great live. And listen, y'all, I keep telling y'all I'm not trying to go 5 hours. But this comes with it. Okay? When we go live, sometimes it be lit. The panel be lit. The super chats be lit. The live chat be lit. And y'all know what else be lit, don't y'all? The viewership increases exponentially. And it's hard to get off. At times where I know it started getting late. But anyway, I wanted to know what your feedback was. If you wasn't here live, I took an excerpt out of the live with Crawford's friend LC had joined us. I want to know in the chat right now. And if you're watching the replay of this live, I welcome you and salute to you as well. You can also participate by, leaving a comment in the comment section below. What was your take on not just the whole live, but just that part? We were talking about the SNAC program. I don't know how that keep coming up every segment that I have the link in the chat where people come in live. They, mostly Crawford fans. They want to talk about the SNAC program, which is perfectly fine with me. But what did y'all think about that? Did y'all see that? Did any of y'all see that in the chat? Did y'all see that when Crawford's friend LC came through? Did y'all see that? Salute to everybody acknowledging me in the chat. I see you. Welcome again. Welcome, welcome. Did y'all see that? Can y'all hear me? Let's do an audio check. This is a brand new microphone. This is a brand new podcast microphone I'm using. This is not the $40 microphone, by the way. So I want to make sure we can do an audio check to make sure everybody can hear me loud and clear, loud and live in color. Live and live in color. Can y'all hear me? Let's do audio check. Can y'all hear me? Or should I turn everything up? Where we at? Where we at? Can y'all hear me? Man, I got my day one supporters here now. I see them. I see my supporters in the chat. I see them. Can y'all hear me though? Can we do an audio check? Can somebody tell me in the chat? Loud and clear. Okay, Wes, I see you. Hey, listen. Can y'all hear me? On a scale of 1 to 10, right? Oh, somebody said limited. Oh, what's going on? Yo, can I look, check this out, right? I'm trying to test this microphone out. On a scale of 1 to 10, can somebody give me how well or how poor you can hear me? This is just the audio check. I'm about a 7. We gotta get that thing up to a 10. Oh, some Richie said I'm good at a 10. Okay, that's what. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yes, indeed. Y'all know when I clap. Y'all know when I clap, I get excited. So listen, now that I got y'all, I'm on a 10 now. Between the 7 and 10 with the audio. Listen, right? Flawless, I see you. Listen, y'all. Did y'all hear Terrence Bud Crawford's friend? He was here. My guy, LC. Did y'all see that part? I just published it like, what, like 2 hours ago? 2.5 hours ago? Did y'all see that? Yeah, I know that's right, original American. They ain't gonna be over talking me now. I got this, man. This mic almost cost this mic cost me almost 200. This better be a good microphone. Hey, I wanna man, I love entertaining y'all, man. Hey, did y'all hear? Yo, let me get right to it real quick. Listen, right? I keep asking the same question over and over again. I'm not going to talk about it today, y'all. But I have y'all attention. I have the audience locked in as the viewership is increasing exponentially. I just wanted to ask that question. I keep asking people, y'all, over and over and over again, the same question. And we can't find the same answers. It's like when I ask the same questions, right? Bam. And then once I ask the question, they give an answer. Then I ask the same question. Somebody else give me a different answer. We've never heard the same answer twice or 3 times. When I asked why did Crawford go over to the SNAC program, it's just amazing to me. And LC said a great, great question. He did. He only said 2 words to answer this time. Now, the first time he got on here, he specifically said, when I asked him why did Crawford go over to Victor Conte in the SNAC program, he said, because Errol Spence was much stronger and much bigger. That's what he said. Now, this time, when I asked him, why did Crawford go over to the SNAC program? He said 2 words. Why not? I thought that was extremely, extremely intriguing. And so I didn't know if y'all heard that. I just published a small little excerpt of the live 2 hours ago. I thought that was a really good question that he asked. Why not? And the reason why I asked him that question is because he was telling me and telling the audience live and live in color that, basically Errol Spence, had issues after the car accident. Like some of the other Crawford fans I've heard, they say that, Errol Spence was he's flat-footed. He has a drinking problem. His lifestyle was filled with alcoholism. His body never recovered from the car accident. He had a torn eye retina. He lacks defense. He doesn't have good footwork. All he does is just move forward, advance, and try to just swing and hope that he land punches. These are things we've heard over the last few weeks about Errol Spence. So my question was, so if all of these things are true about Errol Spence, then why would Crawford go to Victor Conte in the SNAC program? I mean, nobody needs to go over to the SNAC program if they're fighting a person that's described as Errol Spence and the conditions that he's facing. Anybody can beat a fighter like that, that's dealing with all of those different issues. You know what I mean? So that's what made me ask him that question if y'all missed it. And like Original American says in the chat, he said, why not? And I thought that was very intriguing. In fact, I heard some people laughing in the background on the panel when he said that. I thought that was pretty cool. So here's the thing. If you're just joining us live and live in color, I just want to let you know I am not confirming, okay, or denying, for that matter, that Tyson Fury is fighting Usyk. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's fighting Usyk in December of this year. I don't know. It's something about this month, December. We keep hearing all these different things happening. We done heard about 3 or 4 fights already in the month of December. Now we're hearing Tyson Fury and Usyk in December. We was hearing Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence 2, the rematch, in December. We was hearing Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis in December. And then we heard Tank Davis versus Keith Thurman in December. We keep hearing something special supposed to happen in December. I don't know what it is. And it might be just Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. But those are 4 fights already that we've heard in a matter of 2.5 weeks that's supposed to take place in December. I think the only concrete fight that's really going to happen in December is Regis Prograis and Devin Haney. And we shall get to that. Not in this segment. But the thing is, right? The thing is that Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, they are going to have a rematch. That's a guarantee based on what Derek James confirmed, the other day in a recent interview. He said they're going to have the rematch, but we don't know what weight. We don't know if it's going to be at 147. We do not know if it's going to be at 154. All we know is they're definitely going to have the rematch. That's all we know right now. Okay. So I wanted to cover that real quick. I see everybody in the chat saluting me. I salute you as well, as the viewership is increasing exponentially. Now, I got to say this about Charlo versus Canelo. And I've said this to some friends of mine on the phone who's been asking me for the last week, what do I think about this fight? Who do I think is going to win this fight? Who do I want to win this fight? And I got to say this, y'all. I am a fan of both fighters. I'm a fan of all fighters. I said that before. So not only am I a fan of the sport of boxing, but I'm also a fan of all boxers. I might like some fighters better than others based on their style, okay? Based on how they conduct themselves inside and outside of the ring. Different variables, right? But the bottom line is I'm a fan of all fighters, right? And when I say fan, I mean fan, not groupie, like some other people we know. And we talked about that as well. But yeah, I'm a fan of both of these fighters, Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. Now, here's the thing. We got to give credit where it's due now. We got to give credit where it's due. We got to give credit because Charlo is making history now. Okay? He's making history. Win, lose, or draw. He's making history, right? Oh man, yo, I done thought that I plugged this charger. That's why I like going live. Everything is organic. Everything is authentic. Ain't no pausing. You know what I mean? We going right in. I'll plug this up in 1 second. I'm the plug. Y'all know that, right? Some of y'all don't even know Manager Marty is the plug. I'm gonna plug this up though. But check this out, right? Charlo deserves credit. I mean, win, lose, or draw, he deserves a lot of credit. He's doing something in the junior middleweight division that has not been done before. He's moving up 2 weight classes to fight not an Uber driver. No disrespect to Uber drivers. No disrespect to, Walmart cashiers. No disrespect to trash truck drivers. These are quote unquote fighters we've heard people make comparisons to. We've even heard Rich Glaser make references to fighters being nobodies. When he said on my channel, this particular fighter fights nobodies. So we don't refer to fighters as Uber drivers, trash truck, Walmart cashiers, or nobodies. We'll just say they're lower or lesser competition, right? So Charlo's not coming back fighting lesser competition. He's fighting Canelo Alvarez, a fighter who has been extremely active in the last year and a half to 2 years. And the reason why I say that is because we got to look at all the facts when we talk about a prediction. We have to look at all of the variables involved, all of the dynamics and elements involved when we're talking about prediction, right? And so the thing is this: when you look at a guy like Charlo, Jermell Charlo is trying to make history to go 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez for all the marbles at 168 pounds, right? Now, here's the thing about that. And this is the part right here that makes it so sketchy when you talk about predicting this fight or even knowing the outcome before it even happens. Jermell Charlo is coming off of a very long layoff. He is. So that's issue number one. That's disadvantage number one for Charlo. Disadvantage number two for Charlo, he's coming off of that long layoff, fighting a fighter who is very, very experienced, who has been very active in the last 2 years, and has power and skills at the same time. Disadvantage number three, the reason why Charlo's coming off of a long layoff is because he's coming off of a what? Hand injury. So we got three of those dynamics, three of those elements involved when we talk about the disadvantages for Jermell Charlo. The fourth disadvantage, obviously, is he's the smaller fighter. Okay? Naturally, I'm talking about he's the smaller fighter. Now, not saying that that's going to have a lot to do with the outcome, the results of this fight or inside of the fight, but we have to include all four of those elements when we talk about prediction. And that's the biggest issue I have, even though I commend Charlo for going up multiple weight classes to make history, even though I commend Charlo for stepping up to the plate and not backing out or backing down from a more experienced fighter, a world champion, a man who was in the ring with some of the greats who will become legends if they already are not legends and even Hall of Famers in his career. And on top of that, he's improved drastically since he's fought Mayweather. So now he's learned how to make adjustments inside the ring, during fights, and even outside the ring in training camp. And I'm talking about Canelo Alvarez. So when you got somebody who you're going up against as a fighter who presents so many advantages, and you still say within yourself, I'm going to be great. I am not going to lay down. Then you have to give that fighter credit for having the courage. Got to give him credit. So just off of that alone, we give Jermell Charlo credit. Hands down, no doubt about it. Now, when it comes to Canelo, everybody's looking at the fight he had with Bivol, even his last fight, but especially that fight with Bivol. So now we see that Canelo Alvarez is not Superman. He can lose. He only has 2 losses, but he can lose. People think that Canelo's going to go in there in the first 3 or 4 rounds and just dominate Charlo and get him out of there. That's what I've heard, some people's predictions. Okay? And he's capable of doing it. But if you look at the Bivol tape, you will see how Charlo has to go in this ring, in this fight, and make proper adjustments. Okay? Jermell Charlo is going to have to use his jab. He's going to have to use his height as an advantage. He's going to have to use his reach as an advantage. He cannot stay on the ropes like he did when he fought Castano. like he did when he fought Tony Harrison in the first fight. One thing I like about Jermell Charlo, and this might be a credit to his trainer Derrick James as well, is that Jermell Charlo knows how to make adjustments during the fight and even in the rematches that he's had with Tony Harrison and Castano. He knows how to make adjustments in that ring. And when you look at those two fights between Tony Harrison and Charlo, you look at those two fights between Castano and Canelo, you'll see. Did I say Canelo? I meant to say Castano and Charlo. So Charlo, right? So you got Charlo versus Tony Harrison, fights 1 and 2. In the second fight, Charlo made great adjustments. In the Castano versus Charlo fight, fights 1 and 2, Charlo came out in that second fight both times, and he made the proper adjustments. So if he can make those adjustments inside the ring with this fight against Canelo, and keep Canelo at the end of his jab, in the middle of the ring, not bang for bang. I'm not telling him to bang it out with Canelo. I am not saying that. But I'm just saying, keeping him honest enough that if he think he's going to come in, he's got another thing to think about when that right hand and that left hook come behind it. Those are two of Charlo's best punches. But once again, he's coming off of a long layoff. He's coming off of a hand injury, and he's coming back in his first fight off of the layoff and the hand injury against a very seasoned veteran, a future Hall of Famer, multiple world champion, then been in there with the best of them, including Floyd Mayweather. But Charlo is daring to be great tomorrow night. And you got to respect it. Now, we already know what Canelo going to do. Canelo done been in there with some heavy names and some heavy hitters. I can tell y'all right now, in my personal observation, I don't think that Canelo respects Charlo's power, not even a little bit. Now, we've heard Charlo say he's going to hurt Canelo, but Canelo, to me, from what I see and observe, his power, Charlo's power, Canelo's not respecting, which is cool. It's all good. I see you in the chat. Lewis, salute, mate. Salute. You know what I mean? Somebody said in the chat, who that? Lewis, I think it's going to be a draw. Or somebody going to get knocked out in 11 for 12. Oh. Well, yep. Jermell's power can carry up, though. Did I say Canelo or Charlo? Why I keep saying Canelo when I mean Charlo? Charlo. Why I keep saying Canelo when I'm talking about Charlo? Charlo's power can carry up. It's going to be hard, though. You're talking 2 weight classes, man. Well, I tell you what, though. You know, if Charlo really, you know, man, he could have went on the SNAC program, man. Because that's what Bud talking about he want to do. He going to move up 3 weight classes. Yeah, he said he want the winner of this fight. 3 weight classes that go up to 168. Woo-wee. J Mill, salute. Double salute for that super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. J Mill says, just a little green to get the chat started. Lions on the hunt. Salute, Manager Marty. I appreciate the content. J Mills, I appreciate you too, man. Thank you so much. And look, I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I want Charlo to win this fight. I like Canelo. I like Canelo a lot. Like, that's my guy. But I call a spade a spade. I want Charlo to win this. I want the younger guy to get the shine. Not saying Canelo is not young. I'm talking about the experience level when I say young. You know, Canelo done been all around the world, man. He done fought them all. Multiple world champions in different divisions. He done knocked out people bigger than him. That's cool. Let Charlo get a little bit of that. Let him get a little bit of that spotlight. And guess what? Both of these guys gonna make it, especially Charlo. Shoo, it's payday. Charlo gonna make the biggest bag in his life. And that's really what I like. When I see fighters being able to secure a bag, it's hard. Listen, boxing is a hard hustle, y'all. Y'all check out my interview I did with Jeff Mayweather last Sunday. He even had to confirm it. Boxing is a hard hustle. So when I see fighters able to maximize their earning potential and make some money, man, I like that. You right about it, Lump. I see you, Lump. I agree with you, Lump. I just said that. He's going to work that jab. And guess what? He can keep Canelo in the middle of the ring. He cannot fight this fight like Caleb Plant fought Canelo. See, Caleb Plant gave Canelo too much respect, and he hung on those ropes for too long. He made it appear that he just came to survive and get the check. And I know that that's not Caleb Plant's style. Caleb Plant come to fight. But I'm telling y'all, Jermell cannot fight this fight like he did Castano in that first fight. Remember, he kept banging on the ropes all the time and trying to catch Castano in between the shots. He cannot do that in this fight. Not against Canelo. Canelo Alvarez is dangerous on them ropes. When the opponent's on the ropes, Canelo get you out of there. He ain't no joke. So that's not the fight that I want to see Charlo, that's not the fight that I want to see Charlo fight. Salute to my guy Lump. Thank you for your super sticker. Appreciate you. I got to give you a double salute, my brother. Thank you so much. Then we got Illy Willie. Illy Willie. Salute, Illy Willie. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. Illy Willie says, keep up the great work, Marty. Cooking and learning at the same time. Oh, yes. Hey, let me share something with y'all real quick. I don't know if this is off topic or not, but if it is, so what? I always like to educate y'all. This whole podcast is about two things: education and entertainment, right? Let me give you some educational stuff. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to share this because I've been saying this to certain people privately, and they understand. But I always like to give you all the business side of how boxing works. Now let's take two promotional companies, right? Let's take PBC Boxing, and let's take Top Rank, right? I just want to teach y'all just about something. This don't have nothing to do with this fight. But then again, if you go think about it, it kind of does. So I'm going to tie it all the way in. Let me not say that because it's true. It does have something to do with this fight. I'm going to tie it all the way in, right? Now, let's do another audio check. Does anyone know one of the major differences between PBC Boxing and how they promote their fighters and Top Rank Inc. and how they promote their fighters? I'm using all of this is going to tie y'all in. Okay, Lump, this is not for you, Lump. Where Lump at? Let me look at the camera. Lump, this is not for you, Lump, because I know you know the answer already. We talked about this. But I just want to know if anyone knows one. You ain't got to go and look and read a whole list of things. Just one thing. Just one thing. The difference between Top Rank, how they promote their fighters, and PBC and how they promote their fighters. I'm going to show you how we got here today, even with Jermell Charlo getting the biggest bag of his career. Okay? I thought it wouldn't tie in, but I'm going to make sure I tie. This is the professor. You know, I got to tie it all the way in. Anybody know? Anybody, just one. If you don't know, it's fine. I'm going to break it all down to you right here. Does anyone know? Just one. Just name one. It's several differences. But does anyone know just a difference between the way Top Rank Promotion, really Top Rank Incorporated, that's the name, but we're just going to call them Top Rank Promotion, how Top Rank promote their fighters and how PBC promote their fighters? Can I get one? Okay, Illy Willy, that was a good one. Salute, Mr. Pragmatic is here. Live and living color, my friend. Good to see you. Network deals. Perfect. That was a good one. Illy Willy, that was real good. Many Face Publishing, double salute to you. Thank you for putting that color in the chat. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. Many Face Publishing says, Charlo, a live dog, minus the layoff. He has advantages, height, reach, footwork, and inside fighting. He's going to need to use all of those, Many Face Publishing, if he thinks and know that he's going to secure the win in this fight. And I said that a little bit earlier. He has the height advantage. He has the reach advantage. He's going to have to stay off of the ropes. And he's going to have to back Canelo up, because Canelo does a great job backing everybody up, gets him on the ropes, and he digs to that body. So I want to see Charlo dig to Canelo's body. Now, come on now. Charlo knows how to dig to the body, and he loves combination punches. He's going to have a full display of those combination punches. Okay, because I like both fighters. I do, but I do want Charlo to win. I do. Now, let me give you all the difference of how how Top Rank promote their fighters and how PBC promote their fighters. You've never heard this nowhere else, and you're not going to hear it nowhere else unless they're listening to me, and then they're taking notes and then running back on their platform. I'm talking about the fake ones, not the real ones. And then they go back on their platform and then act like they knew all along how the business of boxing worked, but the real truth is they're coming over here. They're not in the chat, though. Yeah, they did. I see what they do. They come over here and they hide in the background, listening to Manager Marty. Then they go on their channel, some of them. I'm talking about the haters. Yeah, I'm talking about the haters. I'm not talking about my friends, my boxing friends that's content creators. No, I'm talking about the haters. They be listening in, sitting back, taking notes. Then they run on their channel like they knew it all along. Yeah, we see what y'all doing. We caught y'all. Yeah, we caught y'all. All right, I'm going to give it to you like this. The way that Top Rank promote their fighters is different from the way PBC promote their fighters. Of course, every business have different philosophies, right? Core values, business models, right? So it's no different, PBC and Top Rank. Now, when Top Rank promote their fighters, they promote their fighters to protect their fighters. When PBC promote their fighters, they promote their fighters to prepare their fighters. You see the difference? So Top Rank protects their fighters and PBC prepares their fighters. And the reason why I'm saying that is because some people might say to themselves, how did Jermell, or even Jermell for that matter, get an opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez coming back over to PBC? How? Well, that's because Jermell Charlo is prepared for fights like this. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some differences. Okay? Let's take Terrence Crawford. Let's use Terrence Crawford for an example. Okay? Terrence Crawford was with Top Rank. We don't have to go back and forth about this. We already know this to be true. This is not an opinion. The level of opposition that Terrence Crawford has faced since he's been with Top Rank have not been stellar. Okay? This is not a knock on the opposition. I am in no way trying to offend the opposing boxers that Crawford fought. I'm just using this as a reference to illustrate my point of how Charlo can even get a big payday and an opportunity to fight somebody like a Canelo Alvarez. Now, let's look at Crawford's career. So, Crawford coming up in the ranks, right? We already know who the matchmaker is. I told y'all who the matchmaker was. Hall of Famer Brad Goodman. Remember, y'all ain't never hear his name nowhere else probably, but you heard it here months and months ago. Brad Goodman, Hall of Fame matchmaker, has done a tremendous job with Terrence Bud Crawford's career along with Top Rank. No question about it. And I'll debate anybody who disagrees. And now, let me not say anybody. Let me not say that, because what's going to happen is when we come back on here, people are going to jump on the panel that don't know what they're talking about and go, you said you was going to debate. No, I don't mean that literally. Okay, it's just a figure of speech. Some of these people on here don't want no work with me when it comes to boxing debate. So let's just keep it. Let's just keep it as, yeah. I like to do that too. Yeah. I like to. Yeah. Sometimes when they do it to me, right? It's all entertainment. But look, right? So Top Rank, they protect their fighters. There's nothing wrong with it, because it's all about maximizing the earning potential of the promoter and the boxer. Okay? All right? All right. So look at the level of opposition that he's faced with Top Rank. They're protecting the guy. Okay? They're protecting him until he reach a certain plateau. They're doing the same thing with Shakur Stevenson. This is not a coincidence. This is just their business model, and it's not something that's open to be criticized. I'm just using it as an example. Salute to everybody acknowledging me in the chat. I see you. Now, all the opposition that Crawford has faced has put him into a level. I know. Thank y'all for that. I appreciate y'all retracting that message. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't ever want to hear a man say he want me. I heard somebody say, I want Marty. That was a joke, but I did see that. But back to my point, Terrence Crawford was promoted in such a way where he's reached his ceiling with Top Rank. I mean, let's keep it 100. At the time that Terrence Crawford was on his last fight with Top Rank, they ran out of opponents for him because they reached their ceiling with him based on their business model of protecting their fighters. Okay? That's a fact. In other words, there's nobody else for him to fight at that time but Spence. He was backed in a corner. He was on a dead-end street. And that's how they promote at Top Rank. There's nothing wrong with that business model. It works. But at the same time, based on that same business model, we hear Bob Arum say he lost so much money on promoting Terrence Crawford that he could have, did he say, built a mansion in Beverly Hills or something like that? So that's what I'm saying, right? So let's, in comparison, by contrast, look at how PBC promote their fighters. They promote their fighters by preparing their fighters so that what? They can be in position like Jermell Charlo is in right now to get the biggest bag of his life. Not just one time, they do it over and over and over again. Once the fighter that they promote gets to that level, now that fighter can make big money after big money after big money after big money. Okay? Now let's look at Danny Garcia compared to Crawford. Let's look at how Danny Garcia was brought up. Danny Garcia was brought up in such a way that he didn't get any of the protections like a Terrence Crawford. Y'all see what I'm saying? Remember, he fought Amir Khan, right? He was the underdog in that fight. When Danny Garcia fought Khan, he was the underdog. Yeah, he was. Y'all know that. Some people was betting against Danny Garcia. They said, "Oh man, we know Khan going outbox him. He got too much foot speed, hand speed, experience, skills. Oh man." And y'all seen what Swift did to him, right? Now, I'm just pulling up his box rec, Danny Garcia's real quick. I want to make sure my timeline is correct when I prove this point. So he fought Amir Khan, right? Danny Garcia did. Then he fights Morales, which was cool. So he fights Khan, he fights Zab Judah, and then he fights Lucas Matisse. Y'all know he was underdog in that Matisse fight. Then he fights Herrera in Puerto Rico. Then he fights Lamont Peterson. So you see what's going on? They're building Garcia up in such a way where it's going to prepare him for those huge moments, for those big paydays. Nothing comes easy. And you don't have to take my word for it. Let's hear the words. Let's hear it. Of Adrian Broner. He gave up the business model. This is what he said, and I'm quoting him. He said, "You're going to earn a lot of money. You're going to make a lot of money when you fight over at PBC." But what else did he say, y'all? Let's see if the chat's paying attention to this. I'm trying to educate you on something now. But what's going to happen? Let's see if anybody remembers Danny Garcia's word. Adrian Broner. I'm messing up my names today. Adrian Broner said, "You are going to make a lot of money when you fight over at PBC. But you're going to have to fight who?" Let's see somebody in the chat that know they're boxing. We keep having boxing fans come on a panel. We have boxing fans that be in the chat. So people, a lot of people should know the answer to this. I see you, Richard Paris. You're absolutely correct. Anybody else? You're going to make a lot of money. You're going to get paid when you fight over at PBC. But you're going to have to fight Godzilla. Why? Because the business model is so much so that when you fighting over at PBC, they're preparing you. They're preparing you to get those big paydays. That's facts. Danny Garcia was prepared to fight Sean Porter. Look at the resume of fighters that he fought before he fought Sean Porter. Look at the resume of fighters he fought before he fought Keith Thurman. You see my point? Look at his resume compared to a Terrence Crawford resume. I'm not putting no fighter down. I'm just using this as an example of how Jermell Charlo can even get this opportunity over here at PBC to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's the point that I'm trying to make right now. Salute, Aaron H. Muhammad. I see you. Kamal, I see you. In the chat, I see you. PBC always going to give Canelo opportunity. They've been building Canelo up since he's been with De La Hoya. They put him on all the Mayweather undercards. Even when he fought Sugar Shane Mosley, he was on the undercard. This is the business of boxing and how it works. Look at Tank Davis. Tank Davis was fighting on a couple of Adrian Broner's undercards. Some of y'all might not even remember that. Don't forget, Tank Davis fought on the undercard of Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. It's all about how you build these fighters up in preparation. And PBC has done that. Build the fighter up to prepare the fighter to secure big paydays from now on when they reach that top level. Look at Tank Davis. You can stick Tank Davis into any venue around this country. He gonna sell it. All right, go put him in Atlanta, Georgia. He gonna sell it. Take Tank Davis over to LA. He gonna sell it. Tank Davis over in Vegas. He gonna sell it. That's all on the West Coast. Now we done took him down south. We done took him over the West. Let's bring him back home on the East Coast. Tank Davis, put him over in DC. He gonna sell it. Go take him to Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. He gonna sell it. And you know he gonna sell in Maryland at home. You know he gonna sell big at home. He gonna sell it. East Coast, West Coast, down south, Tank Davis gonna sell it. But a lot of people forget he was prepared for these big moments today that he's getting. Why? Because he was built up in a certain way. That's called good business. I'm not knocking the other promotion companies. I'm just saying that's how you do it. Good business. So Jermell Charlo earned the right to fight Canelo Alvarez. I just want to make sure we clear on this because the business model at PBC is designed to put their fighters in position to get big paydays. Why? Because they prepare their fighters. Charlo fought Harrison twice. He fought Castaño twice. He fought Bonanno twice. I mean once. After Bonanno just TKO J-Rock, Julian Williams. And people thought that Charlo was going to lose that fight because Bonanno got power. But y'all see what Charlo did to him. Building the fighters up. You got to take hard fights sometimes. Adrian Broner said, listen, you're going to make some money, but you got to fight Godzilla. So right now, Jermell Charlo is fighting Godzilla. When it comes to Canelo Alvarez, he's fighting Godzilla. But he has been prepared for this moment. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be so dominant in this fight because he's been prepared for this moment. No, because I just told y'all the disadvantages of Charlo. And right in the beginning of this segment, what did I say? He's coming off of a very, very, very long layoff of inactivity. The reason why he's coming off a layoff is because of a hand injury. And he's coming off of a layoff in his first fight back to fight a guy like Canelo Alvarez, who is a world champion, multiple divisions. He has power. He has great ring IQ, good ring generalship. He's a great counter puncher. He's a great body puncher. He uses the shoulder roll every now and then. He's improved on his defense. He's already destroyed and knocked out fighters bigger than him. And he's experienced. Farid, I see you. Salute. So these are the disadvantages that Charlo is going to have to deal with. He's in an uphill battle because he's fighting Godzilla. But he has been prepared for these moments. Unlike some other fighters on other promotional companies, they haven't been prepared. They've been protected. Nothing wrong with that business model. But see, when you protect a fighter for so long, when they get in there with Godzilla, see, when they get in there with Godzilla, now we see the real reason why. We got to deal with what's real. Since we keep talking about the SNAC program every daggone segment, which I don't feel like talking about Bud every 5 minutes, But y'all keep on saying stuff in the chat. Y'all keep saying something in the comment section. Y'all keep jumping on the panel, bringing him up. So, hey, guess what? We're going to keep bringing him up then. LB, I see what you're saying about me in the chat, LB. Salute to you. Thank you for your viewership. I got a question for you, LB. Are you going to be available when I go live, LB, again? Yeah, because I'm going on StreamYard next, LB. And I would love for you to come on my panel. Yeah, because I can't read all your comments right now. I'm trying to do a show, but I see what's going on. So, LB, come on up. Not today, because we ain't got no link for you today. But when I go live again, when I'm inviting guests, LB, I want you to come up. Don't forget what I said, LB. Come on up here. I want you to come up here. And I want you to talk to me. You see, that's why I named this segment Nip It in the Bud. For fans like LB to have a platform to be famous and express himself. So LB, when I go live again, don't duck me, son. Yes. Come on up. Yeah, I give everybody the opportunity to come up to the panel. That's what we do here. Okay? You don't have to sneak diss me and do all that and throw shots at me in the chat. Just come on up here. And maybe some of them other guys that do the same thing you doing, LB, maybe they'll grow some courage and come on up here as well. And speaking of that, I got to say something. I'm going to leave y'all on this note. Okay? I got to say this. I got to always end it on something that's thought-provoking. Can somebody in the chat tell me something real quick? Since LB keep bringing up Crawford. LB brought up Crawford. So nobody should be talking about, oh, man, Jamar, you talking about Bud? Nope. Y'all better look at the chat. LB keep bringing him up. Throwing shots at the LB. All right? So I had a question on that since LB brought him up. I'm going to leave y'all with this. When was the last time Terrence Crawford enrolled in VADA testing? I asked y'all that question 3 days after the fight. Now I'm going to turn around and ask y'all again. And there's a reason why I'm asking. The LB started this, so I got to end it with this. Anybody know the answer to that question? Testing 1 2 1 2. Is my mic on? Testing 1 2 1 2. Anybody know that? Matter of fact, LB. Let LB answer that, y'all. Because that's what me and LB going to talk about when he come back with me. LB. When you come up, oh, you timed him out? Man, for 5 minutes? LB. You got timed out, LB. Well, LB, while you still watching, you can go ahead and Google this if you don't know the answer, LB. Because I'm going to wait for you to come back real quick. LB, the question is, when was Terrence Crawford enrolled in VADA testing? When was the last time Crawford was enrolled in VADA testing? Since you wanted to bring him up. I like that, Kamal. I like that. He said, go ahead, LB, and log on to your second account. Yeah, they all trolling me. Yeah, I got a question for that troll, though, LB. Come on, LB. Got a question for that. LB. Somebody, can you untime somebody out? If you time, I don't know how this works. If you time somebody out, can you go back and say, all right, they untime? I want LB to, we need answers. That question is only for LB, y'all, okay? Oh, they got to wait it out. Come on, we're going to let him wait it out. We're going to stall him out, Debo. Yeah, I want to see LB's answer for this before we go, y'all, okay? I want to see LB's answer. Yeah, because that's what me and LB going to talk about when we come back. Yeah, LB, you done started something now, brother. Oh, yes, LB. There's nothing wrong with being a Crawford fan. I got people that's watching me live and living color right now in the replay of this live. They're also fans of Crawford. In fact, hey, I'm a fan of Crawford because I'm a fan of all boxers. But I mean, what I'm saying is, you know, I figured since you know a lot about the guy, you don't shots at me. I figure I ask you a trivia question. Maybe we can get your take on that. Yeah, it's all entertainment. So LB, if you're listening, and I know you're still listening, the question for you, LB, is when was the last time Terrence Crawford enrolled in VADA testing? Okay, that's the question on the floor for LB. And you know what? I know there's Terrence Crawford fans that's in the chat. Y'all can help them out. Yeah. Any Terrence Crawford fans in the chat? No? I know you in the chat. If you ain't in the chat and you watching, give me the answer right now. I don't know, Ambrose West. I'm not sure if he can request about it. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I'm not sure. I've been making phone calls to find out. Nobody have the answer? Nobody have the answer to that? Okay. Anybody now. Then I'm going to end it with my prediction of this fight. And I am not an in-ring performance expert. Okay. So if something happens that's different from my opinion, please don't expect me to apologize because I'm not. Okay? I am not going to apologize. If I say Canelo's going to win and then Charlo beat him, I'm not coming up here saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, Canelo. I'm sorry." Or if Canelo beat Charlo, I'm not going to come back and say, "Oh, I picked you to win, Charlo. Sorry, Canelo." Where we do this at? Huh? Right. Somebody already answered the question, so I'm going to give my prediction of this fight. Where is the who just answered that? Thank you, Ambrose West. Thank you so much. You answered the question correctly. You said in 2020. You are absolutely correct. And this is all according to VADA.com. You know, their website. Yeah, Terrence Crawford enrolled November of 2020. That was the time that he completed VADA testing in November of 2020. Okay? All right. There's a reason why that question was posed. And LB, you might be timed out by the time we come back. But guess what? When we come back on another live, you ain't gonna be timed out. I want you to come on up on the panel. I got some more questions, and we're gonna start with the 2020 VADA testing. Okay, that's we're gonna start there. Now let me give y'all my prediction. I want Charlo to win this fight because I want him to get an opportunity to be great and make history like he's already gotten the opportunity now to do so, but I want him to enjoy a win. Okay? Canelo Alvarez been in the sport a long time, and he's still young. And I like Canelo. I'm a fan of Canelo, and I'm a fan of Charlo. I'm a fan of both of these fighters. But I do want Jermell Charlo to win. However, I do believe that this fight is going to be very competitive. I am concerned about the long layoff. I am concerned about the ring rust of Charlo. I am concerned about the hand injury. I don't know how the hand is going to respond. I'm concerned about those things. But I want the young man to win. And he is an American fighter. Okay? And I like Canelo. But we have to start supporting our American fighters here in our country, just like other countries do their fighters. Now, I do believe that Canelo Alvarez is going to do enough to win this fight. because of the disadvantages of Charlo that I mentioned earlier. And a few of them I just mentioned a few seconds ago. But I don't think it's going to be Charlo just dominating, excuse me, not Charlo, Canelo just dominating Charlo like that. I don't believe that. I'm not an in-ring performance expert, but I think this fight is going to be more competitive than Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. And I do believe that we will have a definitive winner in this fight. And I don't think that Charlo's going to knock Canelo out, and I don't think Canelo's going to knock Charlo out. I can see Charlo getting dropped and getting back up and finishing the fight. I can see that. Not saying that's going to happen, but I want Charlo to win, but I don't think it's going to be enough based on the disadvantages that I mentioned earlier and a few of them that I mentioned a few seconds ago. I don't think it's enough to deal with the experience and the activity and the skill set of Canelo. I'm rooting for Charlo to win. He has the fighter of the year trainer in his corner. Yeah. You gotta give credit to Derrick James. You gotta give credit to Derrick James now. He's the trainer of the year, but the fighters that he have, be fighters of the year. Now give him that. He's got multiple fighters now in the stable, but I'm really talking about Spence and Charlo. So take nothing away from Eddie Reynoso. Absolutely not. So both of these trainers are going to be in that ring, helping their fighters make adjustments. I want Charlo to win this, but I don't think it's going to be enough based on those disadvantages from the win against Canelo. I will be back on here live in living color tomorrow evening. I'm going to do live commentary on the fights tomorrow evening. Please come back here tomorrow now. And we're going to have a fight party exclusively right here. In fact, I'm going to really do something different. I'm not going to just be sitting in the house covering the fights. When I do, from now on, it's going to be real fight parties. That means I'm going to be at a party for real. Live and living color. I want to be creative. I want to be unique. And no content creator that's listening better not steal that idea too. But if you do, it's okay. That's just entertainment. Don't start no YouTube beef no more. That's just entertainment. Now, that last comment was entertainment, okay? All right. Thank you. Mike Russian, salute. Thank you for your contribution and your support to the channel. Mike says, peace, Marty. So tune in live tomorrow night. Peace back to you, Mike. Come back here tomorrow night. I'm going to be at a real watch party for real. I am going to host a watch party for real. Okay? And I'm going to be commentating on the fights tomorrow. Join me live. And guess what? We're going live again on Sunday. Because we got to do a recap of all the fights, even on the undercard. Erickson Lubin's going to be on the undercard. Ugas is coming back. He's going to be on the undercard. Mario Barrios going to be on the undercard. We're going to have a good night of boxing tomorrow night. All right? So God willing, come back here tomorrow night. We're going to talk some more boxing. I'm going to advertise it and let you know hours in advance what time I'm going to go on. I'm supposed to be partnering up with BBO Boxing to do live commentating with him. I think we're going to do a double stream. We'll figure out how we're going to do that. But for the most part, I'm doing live commentary on this fight and even some of the undercards before the main event. Fair enough? Great. And don't forget, that's Saturday night, tomorrow night, and then Sunday night. No, we're going to do Sunday afternoon. So Saturday night and then Sunday afternoon, we're going to come right back here again and do a recap. And we're going to talk some more boxing. Hopefully on Sunday, LB can come. That's the day. LB, if you're listening, that's the day I want you to come back up here. If you can, LB. I ain't going to chase you down. And don't forget that question I asked you, LB. We're going to start right there with that question I asked you, and then we're going to talk. Okay? Any more questions and comments before we go? Somebody can ask me one more question. You got a question about boxing? It don't matter if it's about Canelo, Charlo, whoever. I want to make sure that everybody get educated now. You might want to know something that ain't got nothing to do with it, but it got something to do with boxing. If it's boxing related, ask me. Come on. No more questions? No further questions, Your Honor. All right, y'all, listen. Y'all know what time it is. I'm going to say it one more again. One more again. Come back here tomorrow night, live in living color, on another episode of Roll the Tape Podcast, where I will be conducting live commentary on the pay-per-view card tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, sometime in the afternoon, come on back again. We're going to do a recap and talk some more boxing. I'm Manager Marty, and salute to everybody that came out. Thank you so much for your viewership, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night as we're going to have a good card of boxing. Oh, I can't end it like that. You know. Oh, hold on. Somebody asked me a question before I go. Do you have videos about becoming a judge and everything it entails? I do not have a video, JD, but guess what? I will create a video. And guess who I'm going to create that video for? Members of this channel. So that segued me into promoting the membership of this channel. Blue Corner membership, Red Corner membership, and Neutral Corner membership. I am going to have exclusive content only designated for the Red Corner and the Neutral Corner memberships. All right. And that's probably one of the videos I'm going to basically do. But here's the thing, though. You probably can super chat me in the next live, and I might be able to give you information on that, JD. Fair enough? All right, now I got to go. And the way I got to go is the way that I open up the live stream. And that is with the name of this pod. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Y'all know the rest, right? Roll the tape.